I guess a lot of people were wondering what's going to happen with Mr. Avery, because I think a lot of people are pretty upset about what he did.
Well, that's true, and that's why the Republican Party of Bossier Parish has asked him to step down from his seat. There are a number of people that are upset about his actions, which led directly to the disciplinary action of the Bossier police officers. And, well, Bossier Republicans just simply felt like that we need to stand behind our Bossier officers, and to allow a public official to either directly or indirectly cause their dismissal is just not right.
And I think that's the consensus of a lot of residents as well. Are you hearing that from them?
We are. We have 14 members on our executive committee in the parish, and one of them took a straw poll on Monday, and out of the 15 residents that he asked, 14 of them said the man needs to step down. I, as chairman of that committee, I made a comment that the guy has served for 28 years plus. And are we sure that this incident is enough to ask him to step down from the post that he has served and served well? And the answer was yes. So by unanimous vote, that's what was taken, and that led to our asking him to resign his seat on the police jury.
Have you heard from him whether he is considering doing that?
No. I had asked him to do that face-to-face yesterday morning to step down. He asked me for some time to think about it. I granted that. I have not heard from him further. And after some disgruntlement coming out of the police department this morning, my members started to push for immediate release. And that needs to be done. That's been done.
I think that will probably stir things up further. What do you think?
Well, the police jury in Bossier is meeting today. We'll see what they have to say. He is an elected official. You can ask him to step down all day long. That doesn't mean he has to do that. The jury can ask him to step down today. If that's their decision, they can do it. But he does not have to comply with that. The only way you can remove an elected official, of course, is by recall, and I don't see that happening. So Rick Avery's going to get pressure. He's been getting pressure. He hasn't responded to that pressure, and he very well may sit there and play out his last 3.5 years. I don't think he's in good stead for re-election, but he's at the end of this term, he'll have served 32 years, so I don't think he's too worried about it.
I guess there are no specific term limits for serving on the police jury?
No, there's not.
So as long as they keep getting elected, they'll keep serving?
Oh, sure. And, his voting record, quite frankly, is very nice. It's very conservative, very consistent. He has represented his constituents from District 6 for 28 years fairly well. He's ran several times without opposition. But we're dealing now with a parish-wide deal, not just with the District 6 deal. So what has been seen in the media, what has been talked about is pretty bad. And times have changed, and certain things 30 years ago were tolerated. Well, today it's not even possible to be tolerated. So things have changed.
I know that he's issued an apology. Has everyone accepted that?
Well, he apologized to his fellow jurymen. He did that. I don't think he apologized to the people of Bossier Parish as a whole. I don't think he's apologized to the Bossier Police Department. I don't think he's going to do that. He's scratching his head. He said he wasn't arrested for anything. He was never tested for DUI. He was never convicted of anything. He's got First Amendment rights of freedom of speech. He's sitting there saying, well, just what have I done? What have I done? And you can say you made an ass of himself. But other than that, what can you really say that he did wrong?
That's true. I guess since he was never charged with anything, I don't know. I think a lot of people are upset about the fact that he didn't get charged with anything.
Yeah, well, that's true. And he's got his story, and he's sticking to it. He's the only one that only knows his side of it. That's for sure.
I do feel for the officers who were, reprimanded for all of this.
Yeah, and I wasn't present at the police station, and I don't know what happened. And the only thing we know is what we caught on the film down there from the police officer's body cam and what tapes are available down there. So I mean, the guy sure it wasn't his best day. Let's put it that way. public intimidation in there, and I don't know. However it happened, he walked out of that police station that night without any charges or anything, and it got some people upset.